Today's Victoria, BC home tour brings us to the Fairfield neighborhood, looking at this architecturally reimagined home that's been completely redone. Originally built in 1964, but back in 2019, it's been transformed. 5 bed, 5 bath, over 2,900 square footage inside, and the lot is over 7,200 square footage. Now, if you have any questions, or if you want to have a look at this home yourself in person, or if you're looking to buy or sell anywhere in Greater Victoria, feel free to call or text me anytime. I'm G. My info's on the screen. Now let's get this tour started. Now we're going to start from the exterior. So this is the front of the home, but you do have a long driveway that leads to the back here for added privacy. You have this carport, but right there is access to the studio suite. And we'll show it later, but right back there is your hot tub and access to the backyard. But you can also access the backyard from here. But what you really have to take a look at is this beautiful landscaping done throughout the front. When you really look at it, you feel like you're in nature. And that's the thing about Fairfield. People enjoy nature out here, enjoy going for walks and taking it all in. But with this home, you're pretty much right in it as soon as you step out your front door. And you have a little patio space here. You can sit outside and enjoy. Right now it's about 2:45, so still some sun. Just storage here, access to the backyard. But just take a look at the home from this angle. Windows throughout. That's big with this home. Natural light coming in. It's incredible. And once you see the inside, it really feels like a piece of art the way it was designed. So let's take a look inside. But just take a look at this siding before we go in. Beautifully done. Even the door itself. Every aspect of this just screams artwork. Now let's go inside. Now, take my shoes off. Okay, so you have the living room space, more space there. You can access the kitchen from here, but we're going to start here and work our way around. So this is your main living room space. You have large windows throughout to get natural light coming in, but it's not cramped because they've set it up in a way where it's not weird angles. It's square going across here and there. So you can really utilize the space. And you also have this fireplace right in the middle to warm things up if you want to set it up. But it's just beautiful the way they've done it. And there are windows up here as well. Here's another angle. Then as we make our way through, this is what I really love about this home. This is your backyard space. Large windows. You can see out there, natural light coming in, which makes it great. It really connects you more with the outside. Now, you have dining area right here, but you have this little space here. This can be a reading corner, study corner. You can enjoy nature right next to you and really encompass it all in one space. But the nice thing is this backyard is pretty private. When you look out there, well, we'll go outside and look all as well. But when you look around, fencing, hedges. But this window, like you don't see this, where pretty much the entire wall is just glass, it's just windows. So it helps a lot with natural light coming in and not feeling cramped or isolated. Now, this is your kitchen space. And while we make our way over there, I want you to guess where the fridge is. Because you're probably wondering, is like, how's this a kitchen? There's no fridge. You have your stove, your cooktop, right there on the counter in the island. You have your sink, but you're still probably wondering, where is the fridge? Well, let me just show you this first. See, keep things warm. Now, if you haven't figured it out yet, it's hidden, of course. And it is located right here. You open this up, there's your fridge. So let me back up to get a better angle. Yeah. So if you're wondering where, say, the freezer is, right underneath, just like any other fridge. Well, not like any other fridge, but a lot of newer fridges have the freezers underneath. You have it there and right there. And this fridge, you turn there, Sub-Zero. So this is a quality work done in this kitchen. From the stove to the oven to every aspect. And really utilizes the space that's available. Now, let's take a quick look at the backyard because we're right here. So you access here, move the sliding door. There you go. This is your backyard. It's very quaint, and like instead of having a huge backyard with tons of space, you get this space. You have the landscaping done around it, so it's very peaceful, and it works very well here. Because if you have, say, a large backyard, you have to do all the mowing the lawn, all that sort of stuff. But here, they've decided to go this route with the landscaping and have this area right here. So you can put, say, a table here, chairs, or if you want to sit out in the sun too, you can do that as well. But yeah, like it's almost 3 o'clock, still have sun in the back. And let me just quickly show you this. So right over here, there's a hot tub. And you have a bit more covered area right here. And this rolls down as well. So there's a lot to appreciate with this backyard. And the nice thing about the Fairfield neighborhood, you're near amenities. It's an area where people like to go outside and walk, go for a run. Say you want to drive to maybe the beach that's close by. You can get to downtown Victoria. You can enjoy. And pretty much everything you need on a daily basis is close by. So that's what's very appealing about the Fairfield neighborhood beyond just the homes itself. Because the homes in Fairfield generally are older. So you see like 100+ year old homes in this area. But it's really refreshing to see a home built in 1964, but brought to the modern day. Instead of tearing it down and building something completely different, they just reimagined it and brought it to life. Now you do have a half bathroom in here. Right down the door, there's a toilet. And right through here, say if you park your car in the carport and you don't want to walk all the way around, you can come through there, or if you want to come from the backyard, you can access it here, or if you want to go to the backyard through here as well. And mainly just more cabinet space right here for storage. And then right over here is a coat closet. And if you want to, you have this large mirror too. For some reason, mirrors like this really work with the walkways and entryways when I notice it. But yeah, here's another look at this main living space. Gives you good ideas of how maybe you want to set it up. You have the piano right here, large windows. Just really brings in the natural light, the nature, all that blending together. Now let's make our way upstairs. So yeah, as I was saying, Fairfield, nice area. You see a lot of families, retirees come to this area because they want the peacefulness, but they still want to be central to everything. So Fairfield is, of course, one of the higher price point neighborhoods in Victoria, but there's a reason for it because of what it has to offer. So this is the primary bedroom. To the right here, I don't know if you can call this a walk-in closet. Because really, this is the size of a den in most homes. Because if you had a wall here and you put a door right there, you wouldn't say this would be a closet. You would say this is a den. an office. That's how much space you have in here. Then right here you have your ensuite. One sink, two sink. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed, but automatic lights too. And it is completely open. Then you have this stand-up shower with the rainfall and the handheld. Oh. And then right over here, you can get another look at the dual sinks leading into a closet. Now, as you take a left over here, this is your primary bedroom. Just take a look at the size of this. More than enough room if you want a king size bed. And if you want to go even bigger than that, could be an option. But the size of these windows really bring it all together. So the goal of this home was to stay connected to outside clearly because the size of these windows throughout the home get tons of natural light coming in. Yeah. And the way this room is set up, you could put a possible if you want to put a dresser there, you want to put it here, but you can tell the way this was designed was to really bring it all together and flow. Now we still have more to look at, but this home is just every time walking through it, I couldn't believe the way it was changed. Because you have to remember, this is a 1964 home, but this feels like it was just built. It doesn't feel like it was 1964, 62 years ago. So, and if you're wondering where the laundry room is, it's right here next to the primary. So easy to put your laundry in there. You don't have to take it downstairs. It makes it much more simple. All right, so here's bedroom number 2. Still a good size. They put organizers in here. So there's no proper closet. So they've set it up this way instead. But possibly, if you wanted to look into it, you have this space here if you want to try and enclose it. Or maybe you just want to put a cabinet there instead. Or a wardrobe. But from this window, you can see the backyard clearly. Now, as we make our way through, and this feature here, they put the glass to make it much more connective as well. But here's your your main bathroom. Large window, not window, mirror. I keep going on about windows. I'm getting my words mixed up. And your shower unit and your bathtub. Then through here, bedroom number 2. Plenty of space. And this one has an ensuite bathroom, but it is a half bathroom. But you do get a view of the backyard as well. Now, bedroom number 4 up here. So for this one, they decided to also go, I'm not going to pull it down, but that is a Murphy bed. So I'll pull it down just a little just so you can see. Because this is a great way to use a space. And again, more artwork. But Murphy beds are really good if you want to, say, use a room as an office space, but you may still have guests over, you may have people over, and they need somewhere to stay. Great way to really utilize the space you have. So this is the top floor. We still have to look at the suite, and we'll take a closer look at the backyard. Here's another look at these bedrooms. One more look at the primary. Again, plenty of room in here. And your ensuite. And your walk-in closet. That's the size of a den, pretty much. Now let's make our way downstairs again. So we're going to go outside and go around the side of the home. Just put my shoes on. But yeah, here's another look at the main living room, say reading corner, a lot of possibilities. So as we make our way back out here, again, as I mentioned, when you come this way, you go through the carport. Right here is the access to the suite area. Go and just put in the code. Can't show what it is though, so you can take a look at the driveway while I do this. And now let's go in. So it is a studio suite. So it just counts as one big bedroom, living room, kitchen, all connected, dining. But the way this is set up, they did it perfectly. Murphy bed. Because with this, you can have a living room, bedroom, everything, and not have to give anything up. Because in studio areas, the big problem is, where do you have room for a bed, a couch, sitting area, all that sort of stuff? And they've set this up beautifully. So you have the Murphy bed here, chairs, sitting area, desk area, and then your TV right there. And then you have your microwave and your kitchen. And instead of having a stove separately, they built it into the countertop. So as we make our way in here, let's just turn the light on so you can actually see. This is the bathroom. And this is a good setup for a bathroom. Has its own laundry as well. But you still have a proper shower. It's not super cramped. Because that's always a concern with studio suites. Do you have enough room in the kitchen? Do you have enough room in the living room area? And the way this is set up, it works well. And again, large windows here as well. Now, let's say you don't want to rent this out. You want to keep it for yourself. This could be a great option as like a separate office space where you really want to disconnect, unwind, and be able to focus on what you want to do. Or if you have young adults, teenagers, that just, well, not teenagers because you still want them in the main house. You don't want them on the side by themselves. But young adults, they want their own space, but still stay connected to the family. This could be could be a great setup for them. All right, so now let's take a look at the backyard space. So as we make our way out, you go through this gate, come around. So this was the other access we saw inside. Here's the hot tub, which is great because say you go from the hot tub, you just go up these steps to get inside. You don't have to go all the way around. Now you have this patio space here too, if you want to be a bit more in the shade. But this is your backyard. Walking through this, it really just feels like you're in another world. And this is to the neighbor's property. Sometimes if you have good relations with your neighbors, you stay connected and you go visit each other. But just take a look at this garden. How well it is set up and designed. Very peaceful out here. Just imagine sitting out here, maybe sunbathing if you like to do that, or just sitting in a chair, you have your table, having a coffee, relaxing, and you can just disconnect. Then here are the windows leading inside still. You do have large trees surrounding you as well. And this is what's great about Victoria, BC. We have nature all around us. Because you go to many cities in Canada, say, are more affordable like Calgary, but you don't always get this. There are trade-offs. And the reason so many people love to move to Victoria, BC is because of nature, because how much more peaceful it is. Now, Fairfield is a very desirable area for many people to live. So when looking at Fairfield, you understand the reason you're moving out here is because you want the peacefulness, but you want to still be near, say, amenities and everything you need on a daily basis. You don't want to be in the middle of nowhere. And that's what works well with it. Like I mentioned earlier, Fairfield, you see retirees, you see families, you see homes, brand new ones being built now, but you still see 100-year-old homes. And the thing is about Fairfield, it's connected to pretty much everything you need daily. But when it comes to pricing, it is definitely not one of the most affordable places in Victoria, BC. It's one of the higher priced places across Victoria. So to get a good solid home, everything set up, you're looking well over $1 million. Many homes you see could be 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 million dollars for what you truly want yourself. But here's another look at this main space. And then we'll take one more look over there and wrap our way around. Look at the garden space, dining area, kitchen, and all flows, all connected. This one was also, I didn't mention it before, but this is a really great setup for entertaining. Because if you have guests over, relaxing, but you don't want to have like, or if you want to have like 10, 15 people over, there's still plenty of space. Oh. But yeah, well, thanks so much for joining me on this tour. If you have any questions, or if you want to have a look at this home yourself in person, or if you're looking to buy or sell anywhere in Greater Victoria, feel free to call or text me anytime. I'm G. My info is on the screen. Happy to chat. Happy to answer any questions you may have about what it's like to live in Fairfield, this home, or anywhere in Greater Victoria. Happy to talk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And make sure to subscribe, like the video, and drop a comment if you enjoyed it. See you next time.